our practice schedule since Pro League ended we've been trying to play about 5 nights a week. I think that's pretty much standard throughout most of the pro teams. Five games a week, and then you have maybe. Okay, let me restart that.
We're going anywhere with that one.
Of Pro League, we were 1-5, so we had to basically beat Ronin to get the 6th seed. If we would have lost to them, we would have had the 7th seed. So it wasn't, I mean, at the end of the day, it wasn't really, it didn't really matter. There's no relegation as far as what's been announced so far, but, you know, 6th is just, you know, you're playing the 3rd seed instead of the 2nd seed if we would have been 7th, so just based on seeding, I think it was a big win for us to go into that match and get the W.
You're back on the map. Ness is being captured, but only one player is over there, so this is a lot of time going on the board here for EG.
One more push here coming out for Ronin. Where do they want to go? They have Ness, so it has to be bottom middle. You see the spawns coming up off the snipe ramp, another player towards the blue ramp. All they have to do is contest for Evil Geniuses and get a slay. There's one slay. Falcated finds one. Tapping Buttons finds another. Lunchbox finds the third. Nemesis now the last guy alive, and he's not in position. You can't do it by yourself. Evil Geniuses taking game one. Great showing at the end of that game. Falcated, if he would have just waited a split second longer, he would have had full shields. He would have got that flag just a little bit further. Instead, the flag gets returned. Another heartbreaking return for Evil Geniuses. Ronin, 45 seconds left to run this clock out.
All right, now we're on here board with L-Town. 40 seconds left to play. We'll see if they choose to be aggressive or just kind of play some defense. Big 1v1 kill going over to Falcated. He will be cleaned up, so that is 3 dead. They need to be running this flag, and they need to kill this guy in garage. Sure enough, they pick up that kill. Can they get around the corner with the flag? Lunchbox is going to start relaying that one. A little bit of a slip-up. I hope that doesn't come back to bite them there. 2 dead, so they still have the numbers advantage. And sure enough, 15 seconds left, Tom, and they're going to tie it up.
Wow, Evil Geniuses. I don't know if they're just toying with Ronin or what's going on. Did they decide, hey guys, let's start going for the flag at the final 15 seconds of the game? Seems to work out for them. Maybe they should have applied that type of pressure the entire game.
If a team doesn't put this in the next 45 seconds or so, we're going to be looking at a full replay.
Full replay on Fathom CTF. So difficult to get those flags out. That's why it's so surprising to see Evil Geniuses pull it off in that desperation situation. But hey, they tend to do it right at this last couple of seconds mark, and they're on the verge of doing it again. They have one player alive right there. All they got to do is land the melee. Where are the spawns? They're not over towards the silo. That means elbow. All they got to do is watch this flag guy's back, and they're not doing it. Meanwhile, Roy, he wants to go for a swim, but it's not time for that. It's time to end the game. Can L-Town get the return? Good grenade. Can they get the touch? You got to get the touch, Lunchbox. Get the flag in there. There it is.
And that's it. There's not enough time to relay that flag across the map. So Evil Geniuses comes out and takes game number 3 with a capture with 15 seconds left in regular time.
So
and then with
back
10
and forth.
seconds
We ended up going to game 5 with
overtime.
them, which is true TS. And, you know, that's one of those kind of coin flip game types. I don't feel like there's really any team that dominates on that every time. But we ended up coming out really hot. We got pretty much every single camo.
Outlines and where Evil Geniuses is located. A guy P2, 2 guys kind of flanking over from the car side, and another guy that's top center. Virtually a perfect setup here for Evil Geniuses. They did a great job collapsing in regret. Numerous times they had 3 or 4 dead here, and it looks like that's exactly what they're doing again to Ronin. That's going to be 3 dead. And you know what Roy's doing right there, Kyle, is he's flying into the base to trap the spawns and force the spawns out. And now they spawn in the bubble away from him. Roy's somehow staying alive right there. Suspect they're going to shut it down with the beatdown.
Yeah, man, I'm actually surprised he got that kill. And what was just 10-9 in favor of Ronin is now 18-12. Evil Genius is taking a 6-kill lead here. Keep in mind what is on the line here for these two teams. Tapping Buns, great positioning here, helped secure 2 kills for his team. And now we can see this is the collapse and the aggression Evil Geniuses was looking for. This is not looking good for Ronin as EG is about to be up double their score as we head into the last 25 kills here in this series. And Tom, I said it before, this is a map, a variation of midship that we've seen Lunchbox and Roy playing on for a decade here. So I think that's why I picked them to take this game 5. And you can see Ronin trying their best to slow it down, but collapse is coming from everywhere, and this aggression is just too much for them to handle.
It's crazy to think that when this game started, it was tied up, Kyle. 0-0.
Right, and 10-10 even. And then 45-23 over the last 4.5 minutes or so that we've been seeing these two teams face off.
I'm just curious who is going to be the guy, the MVP at the end of this game number 5. And when I'm watching the way that Falcated has been able to go huge with numerous double kills, I got to give it to him, honestly. Him and tapping buttons, we were waiting for big series from these guys together. They've done great individually, but finally Evil Geniuses putting together a full series, and they take game number 5, 50-25.
I mean, they went 2 for 1 that entire game. A steak dinner to close out the series and prove that's why they deserve the 6th seed and sticking Ronin in 7th.
And ended up winning by like 20 kills. And actually Towey coached us in that series, so it was kind of nice having a little throwback with Tow coaching the series. He did a really good job, didn't miss any times. And yeah, he did a good job filling in for Ogre 2 while he was absent that night.
We've been trying to practice about 5 scrims a week since Pro League ended. I'd say that's pretty much standard throughout all of the pro teams. In the scrims, it kind of varies. Obviously, when you're playing or going up against an Optic, an Envy, or a Splice, the series scores can sometimes be lopsided. I think the last time we played maybe Envy, it was 9-4, so that's actually a pretty good score for us going up against a high caliber team like that. But we've just been trying to get in consistent practice and just really work on our execution, and just trying to continue to play and grind and try and get better as a team.
Yeah, I feel like our biggest issue, especially online, is just inconsistency and just lack of full effort in every single series. So we'll have 2 or 3 games where I feel like we're trying our hardest, everybody's communicating well and just to the point, and then other games, I'll go through the minute spans where I don't feel like we're talking hardly at all, and those are the games we're struggling in. So it's no coincidence that the less we're talking, the worse we're doing. I feel like that doesn't happen at tournaments, so hopefully we can come out strong and play our best, because I feel like when we're playing our best, we can compete with pretty much anybody.
I'm pretty confident going into DreamHack. Definitely, it's going to take all of us playing at our best. I do like the matchup that we got for our first pro match. We ended up matching up against Liquid, which, not to take anything away from that team, obviously they're a top 4 team, but I would say they're probably the weakest of the top 4 powerhouse teams: Optic, Envy, Splice, and Liquid. I would definitely probably rather play them than any of the other 3. So I'm definitely very confident and have high hopes going into this tournament, and hopefully we can go in and perform at the level that we all expect to.
Yes, where I'm at, tell them I'm right here. I'm standing beside